Well, thank y'all for coming to the holiday high. I swear we're going to try to do better in the future. And now that I've seen the future, you need rechargeable cowboy hats. And the jet skis are also made of aluminum foil in the future. But Gary's always been a great coach, and so I want to do one more song. Puffy, would you do this song here with me about Gary's coach, his high school football coach?
Yeah.
Gary, in Miami, Missouri, is they have to play high school football like everybody else. The only trouble is those coaches there have to deal with a bunch of losers and midgets. And so, the whole town's giving him a lot of pressure on winning, and this is the only song that Gary actually wrote, outside of his own perspective. He wrote this for his high school football coach, and his high school football coach wouldn't record it. But I'm going to do it here, and then, so here goes.
BW, I'm sorry, I forgot one thing. Gary's high school football coach, before a game, he liked to relax by ironing his jeans.
It's the way he unwinds. Coach was standing alone with a wet megaphone in the pouring rain. They thought he was insane. He's got his plum smugglers on, singing a coach's song, a playbook in his hand, beneath the stadium stands. It's not a threat, it's a fact. We gotta win district back. This train's off its track. It's not a threat, it's a fact.
Just look up on that wall, the boys who won district before. Those are the faces of winners that you see by the door. Rainwater streams off his brim. This town don't believe in him. Those boys had no fear, like a truck in winning gear. It's not a threat, it's a fact. We gotta win district back. This is no time to relax. It's not a threat, it's a fact.
They haven't won a game, but he's got district dreams. He tackled himself for the good of the team. Over a glass of wine at the house with his wife to bring that trophy in. He'd gladly give his life.
It's not a threat, it's a fact. You gotta win district back. This train's off its track. It's not a threat, it's a fact. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, Lord.
Well, thank y'all very much. We got time for one more song. This is a song that Gary wrote. This is a song that Gary wrote. It's called White Christmas.
Yeah.
And one of the few Gary songs. It's on a holiday album that's coming out. It's called Fill My Christmas Balls. And here goes White Christmas. 'Twas in Bethlehem, twixt the Tigris and Euphrates, a reckless white boy was born. Though the folks all around skin that was brown. His was white on that first Christmas morn. Be a glorious white Christmas, white like the star of Bethlehem. Be a glorious white Christmas, gonna celebrate it white as I can. Yeah. Like the loaves and the fishes, my grandma has a way of turning cream of mushroom soup to casserole. Saccharin and margarine we will consume. We're just hungry white sheep in the fold. Be a glorious white Christmas, white like the star of Bethlehem. Be a glorious white Christmas, we're gonna celebrate it white as I can. I'm gonna celebrate it white as I can. Thank y'all for coming to the Holiday High. Carlos Perkins, Skeet Duggan, Lacey Lakeview. Waller Tomball couldn't be here. Flip Dickerson had armadillo accident. But Puffy Dan Walters here. We like to leave you with a little bit of Christmas wisdom. One last recitation that Gary wrote. And Puffy Dan, would you do Grandpa's Promise?
Yeah!
I'd like to ask a moment of silence for everybody's grandpa, if you could, please. Please, everybody. Gary actually didn't have a grandpa, but he was born in a test tube, but that's...
Grandpa's Promise. He grew up in the Tennessee mountains without a penny to his name. He taught me how to be a man and how not to be ashamed. Though we had only a rock for a pillar and granite pebbles were his only friends, he had something he had to tell me before his life would end. Though we were common people, he had uncommon pride. And this is what he told me on the day that he died.
Yeah!
That's what old Grandpa said. Just before he left this world. Then he was dead. He was mean as a viper. Sneaky as an old tomcat. He died with a heart on, but we don't talk about that. He never read a book. He never wrote a word. The moment before he died.
Yeah!
That's what I heard. Thank y'all very much. That's Grandpa's Promise. Thank y'all for coming. BW, Brandon Wayne Akins, y'all. Mr. Brandon Wayne Akins, y'all.
Puffy Dan Walters. Here's to the songs with Gary Floater.